G'day, I'm McGlashan and welcome to Club Marine TV. Now, the water can tell you a lot if you know what to look for. There are lots of cues and clues that will tell you where the fish are, but more importantly, where the hazards are too. When it comes to safety, the first thing I invest in is a good pair of sunnies with polarized lenses. They cut through the glare and provide better detail and better depth perception. It's not the water you're worried about, it's the hard bits. And there's an easy rule of thumb to help you remember. Brown, brown, run aground. White, white, might be tight. Green, green, in between. Blue, blue, power on through. Assuming the water is clear, a brown patch usually means there's a rock, bank or coral head near the surface. White refers to sunlight reflecting off a shallower sandy bottom, and waves of course. Green water is midway, but can also mean shallow seagrass, so you need to proceed with caution. The deeper the shade of blue, the deeper the water. Reading the wind is another important on-water skill as it determines wave direction, chop, and also where you can anchor safely. The stronger the wind, the bigger the waves, and waves become steeper and may even break where it becomes shallow on a lee shore. If you find a steeper, more confused and dangerous chop, it's more likely caused by wind against tide conditions. Dark ripples signify an approaching gust or wind front. You should keep an eye out on the horizon and the skies when you're offshore. White caps or white horses give another guide to wind strength. The Beaufort scale was invented in 1805 for this reason. It relates wind speed to observed conditions at sea. Force 5, for example, is 17 to 21 knots, where white caps are formed. Force 12 is a hurricane. Bar crossings are a whole new rule book. They can be harder to read than Lord of the Rings and have more twists than Harry Potter. Only a fool rushes in. Sit back, watch the conditions to get in sync with the swell timing, and only commit when you're absolutely ready and prepared. Also, if you're in an unfamiliar location, be sure to seek local knowledge before attempting a crossing. And always wear your PFDs. Reading the water can also help you find fish, which otherwise have an advantage over us: stealth. The ability to see, yet not be seen, at least with the naked eye. The smart fisher knows where to look though. Cover is the first thing. Seagrass or weed beds, fallen trees, rocks, or some other structure that provides a safe habitat. Food is next, whether schools of bait fish or insects if you're fly fishing. Fish also dwell in transition zones, such as drop-offs between deep and shallow water, the edges between fast and slow running water, or cover and open water. Fish don't like expending their energy in moving currents for long periods, so look for signs of slower water. A bend in the waterway, a seawall, a line of bubbles can also be a telltale sign on a river. So far we've only scratched the surface. If you want to know what's going on underneath, then buy a quality fish finder. The latest ones are brilliant at showing not just the depth and contours, but structure, habitat and bait, which really helps target certain species. If you can operate a smartphone, then you can operate a sounder, because they're pretty intuitive these days. Some of the new technology includes side scanning. Rather than just seeing what's under you or ahead, it lets you know what's out to the left or right. You can scan larger areas for fallen trees or reefs, or you might see bait fish schooling to one side. Once you've seen it, you can capture it as a waypoint. With live view models, you can see fish swimming under you and even where they are in relation to your lures or bait. The water can reveal a great deal. Read the signs and get it right.